How you doing, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mech Warrior Online with Scout. Well, tis the season for kids to bring disease in, and it's been a pretty long week here at my house. Earlier in the week, my daughter came back from high school with bronchitis and gave it to me and my wife. So yeah, it's been trying times here. So if you see a little jumping around or a little skipping during the video, don't mind it, please. That's just me trying to cut out the hacking and the coughing. But we are starting to feel a little bit better, and I did want to get you guys some videos out for this weekend, and we're going to start with this mech right here, the Rifleman 8D. Now, I've already covered the Rifleman, the original Rifleman, in another series of videos, but this one was kind of special, this particular variant. This variant was given out as part of the Loyalty Rewards program 2 years ago, actually, while I was in Afghanistan, so I actually did not get it. And then, it's a little something special for the people that earned it. It's not available for a while, but then is made available at a later date for in-game currency, and that recently has happened. And I jumped on this and immediately picked up a Rifleman 8D for myself. Now, why did I pick up an 8D when I've already got at least 3 other Riflemen, you might ask? Well, the reason I picked up the Rifleman 8D is because it is one of the few mechs that we have here in MechWarrior Online that is actually a FedCom Civil War era mech, meaning that it was designed and built post 3062, 3062, 3068, somewhere around in that time frame during the Federated Commonwealth Civil War. And of course, the benefit to having a post-Civil War mech is that it comes stock with Civil War technology, and therefore it has Civil War technology quirks. So that's right, this mech actually has quirks native to the mech for, in this case, as you can see in the arms, rotary autocannons. It actually has native to the mech, before you invest any skill points in it, a RAC jam ramp down duration of minus 10%. So of course I wanted to jump on board with this and finally build myself a Rifleman with rotary autocannons. And the nice part is you could have always done that with a 3N or something, but not only would you not have the quirks, I felt like you were kind of giving away a little bit of the identity of the 3N or whatever particular variant, because you were going to have to make some serious compromises in order to pit a rack. In this case, the mech comes with rotary autocannons, so hey, it's all good. Let's dive into the mech lab and I'll show you guys what I've done with my Rifleman 8D. So if we take a look at the mech here in the mech lab, you can see that they had to do a lot to squeeze in 2 rotary autocannons and a sufficient amount of ammunition and make it all work on a 60-ton platform. Stock, this thing comes with 2 rotary autocannons, 1 in each arm, 2 ER medium lasers, 1 in each arm, 6 tons of ammunition for the rotary autocannons, and 4 jump jets. I've done a little bit to change it up here. In this case, what I've done is I've dropped 1 of the tons of rotary autocannon ammunition, bringing the total to 5, and I've dropped 1 of the jump jets. And then what I did with those 2 tons is, because we have a few more hard points here in MechWarrior Online to play with, I added 2 medium lasers. Again, those are in each arm. And then I downgraded the ER mediums that were already there to medium lasers because of heat concerns. And that's really about it. I really haven't done much to this mech. I played around with some armor points, but you can see here the gist of what the designers did. Basically, they acknowledged that rotary autocannons and large lasers are not going to fit in a 60-ton mech. So what they did is they downgraded the 2 large lasers to ER mediums in an effort to save weight while still conserving some of the range capacity of the large laser. Obviously, an ER medium does not have the range of a large laser, but it does have more range than a standard medium laser, so that was the compromise they made in order to make this mech work. Now let's take a look at the skill tree, and then we'll dive into some gameplay in the Rifleman 8D. So here we are in the skill tree, and you can see I've invested the majority of my points, 33 in fact, in the firepower tree, and I obviously went straight down the tree, picked up enhanced UAC rack 1 and 2, as well as magazine capacity 1 and 2, because the rotary autocannons really are the primary weapon system of this mech. I did pick up 3 points of laser duration, and then I picked up some heat gen wherever else I could along the way, but really I wasn't too much concerned with anything other than magazine capacity and picking up the rotary autocannon perks, because I did want to invest a significant amount of points into survival. That's right, I've gone 22 points into the survival tree, picking up as much armor hardening as I can. And then because I saved some points in that firepower tree, I was actually able to go down this right branch here a little bit and pick up a little more armor hardening. Now, the reason armor hardening is important is because obviously with a rotary autocannon, you have to hold the crosshairs on the target and stare them down where you're spewing out rounds, and they are going to shoot back. And as we all know, a rifleman is not the most durable of mechs in the whole wide world, so it does help to have some extra armor where you can get it. Moving on, I have invested 20 points in the operations tree to pick up full cool run and full heat containment. Now, the reason I did that is because, as you saw in the loadout, the mech does not carry a tremendous amount of heat sinks. So if you're just firing the rotary autocannons, you'll be fine. But I like to fire the medium lasers with it, as long as my opponent is in something approaching maximum effective range. And what that does is allow you to open up holes and then exploit them. And the nice part actually is if you've got it set it up like this, if you open immediately with the medium lasers, assuming your target is in range, and then hold down the button for the rotary autocannons and fire, about the time the mech heats up and you get the heat warning that you need to lay off, will also be when your rotary autocannons as individual weapon systems, their jam bar is maxing out. So you'll get the beep beep, the heat notification, and if you let go of the trigger, you'll find that you are about time to let go anyway because your autocannons were about to jam. So it's just kind of a neat thing that I stumbled upon while I was testing out the build, and it just works for me, and I like how that works because otherwise, you know, I'm a monkey. I'll hold the button down until both autocannons jam because I just have way too much fun with this design. I've obviously picked up my 9 points in sensors like I almost always do, focusing on 60% radar deprivation, and then I've got my 7 points in the auxiliary tree for 2 cool shots and 1 artillery strike. I do have 1 additional point here because I didn't really have a good place to put it, and I went ahead and picked up cool shot cooldown so I can use that second cool shot much quicker. And that's the skills. So that's it for my build and the skills that I've chosen for my Rifleman 8D, which you can see here in a very nice Federated Suns paint scheme. Let's take this thing out on the battlefield, and I'll show you guys what the Rifleman 8D is capable of, or at least I'll try it. Fair warning, guys, I love this mech. You guys know I had a lot of fun with the RAC Black Widow, so finally being able to run rotary autocannons and a Rifleman, might have had a little bit more fun than I should have, and maybe should have taken things a little bit more seriously. But let's check out the gameplay, and you guys will see what I'm talking about.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Command coming in. Capture and hold the resource points. Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
Roulette Oasis. I like this map. And I am really excited to get this for our first game in the Rifleman 8D because I'm hoping that my team will kind of pull up into that overlook right about Echo 7 or so, and we can just shoot down with streams of autocannon fire into people. But I don't know why that strategy isn't really popular on this map anymore. A lot of people just completely forgo the high ground, and they go up, down, and then they start a giant rotato potato around the entire map. I don't understand why people do that, but we'll see. Maybe this team will hold the high ground. Actually, probably not. Since it is Conquest, they'll probably move on Theta, and that will kind of spur the potato that was already probably going to happen. That'll just increase the likelihood that it happens, but we'll see. Either way, I'm excited for what this Rifleman would do with our RAC 5s. I've been waiting on this for a long time. I wish I could tell you guys that there's a cool, interesting history behind the Rifleman 8D variant, but you know, honestly, there's not.
They've taken Epsilon.
I told you guys. Okay, that's us. I told you guys that in the original Rifleman videos when it first came out that Hans Davian and the Federated Suns had kind of an obsession with the Rifleman, and they never really let that go. Even into the FedCom Civil War. There's our first targets there.
Acquired. New target
they were
acquired.
continuing to play with the Rifleman and try to make it a good mech, and I think the 8D is one of the finally really solid variants where they just kind of accepted that, look, it's a 60-ton mech, dude. You're going to have to pick autocannons or PPCs. You're not going to be able to do both. And I think the chassis was much better off for it. They actually didn't release the 8D right away. They were working on it, and I forget where it was.
It was still Callan Industries making it. I think the Moon of Talon or something like that. And I want to say it was the 7th FedCom Regimental Combat
New
Team.
target acquired.
What have we got here?
New target acquired.
Can we get shots in here? It's kind of longish. We can get a little bit, but kind of obstructed.
Target spotted.
I think we're going to end up circling down and around to the right anyway.
New target acquired.
What do we got going on down here? Will they come up? No. Most of our team's up here. Then, even if they
New
tried, they wouldn't
target
make it this
acquired.
far.
Target spotted.
Fuel at 25%.
We have Gamma.
Anyway, I think it was the 7th FedCom Regimental Combat Team. They surrounded the
target
planet
acquired.
and tried to blockade it. And that's when Callan released the 8D. And the 8D ended up fighting for both sides in the FedCom Civil War. There were Lyran units using it as well as Davian units using it. So it became real popular because of that. And it just kind of kept going from there because it is a pretty solid mech, really. And it looks like we're going to get our first engagement right around this corner here. I'm going to try to stay high and shoot down on people, use the arms. I will need the huntsman to make a little room, though. So either go up and engage or get out of my way, dude. I don't mean to cut you off, but that's what we want right there. And, of course, he's looking right at me.
Target spotted.
We need to just steamroll this guy is what we need to do. I'm going to jump.
Target
No, don't walk
destroyed.
in front of me.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Let's see. Can we get this guy up here around to the right?
To keep holding on to our resource point.
Yep, he's going to walk right out in front of us. And, of course, he's going to look right at me and ignore that guy in front of him. Nope, nope.
Target destroyed.
We're able to pick up the kill. I thought he was just going to wham,
Target acquired.
slam right into my face, but he didn't.
Target spotted.
Get some fire going up here.
Target destroyed.
Ah, I figured he was going to go down before we got there.
Under enemy control.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Had to mute the mic there for a second to cough. Hopefully I didn't cough in your guys' ear. We'll see.
We have gained Epsilon.
Can we get up here in time? That guy's dead to our right. So Vapor Eagle and this guy. Hello. Goodbye. Ah, friend. Smoke in the way.
Target acquired.
Need to get up here. Must support the
New
Mad
target
Cat. Now I'm getting
acquired.
run over by somebody. There he goes. Let's see if we can make this guy go back to cover. Leave our Mad Cat alone. Mad Cat Mark II, I should
New
specify.
target
Now we're going to get this
acquired.
champion. No, don't back off, dude. Take that. No, don't run in front of me. Ah. Spin these autocannons back up. And there we go. Third kill. I love this mech. It is everything that I hoped it was going to be. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh, he's still alive. I'm going to go for it here. See if we can kill him.
Level critical.
Oh, he's still alive. I saw the explosion. We took a component off, but he didn't die.
Override engaged.
Let's see if we can get the kill here. I'm going all in.
Critical. Override.
Come on, come on.
Override shutdown.
Okay, so we did not get the kill. We did get a KMDD on that Vapor Eagle though. And note to self, it does not cool off when you push it as fast as I thought it would. I knew I was going to take some damage there, but it was actually not my intent to blow myself
Also
up.
critical damage. 8
I don't think I've ever done that before.
Target destroyed.
But it was like 10-2, 10-3 when we did that, so I wasn't that worried about it. I thought I could power down. But yeah, apparently not. Whoops. Still, 514 points of damage, 3 kills, 4 assists, 1 KMDD. I'm pretty happy with that. That's a pretty solid performance. We'll take this thing out again and see what else we can do. But for a first game, I'm real happy with that. This thing is a lot of fun.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Classic Frozen City. I am a fan, particularly because it is not. This is the night map. That's I don't think they even call it anything except just regular old classic Frozen City. When it's not night, that's the one where you got to use thermals all the time. And I don't know what this Atlas is doing down in the trench, but he needs to get out of it. I hope he's not going to go all the way around where like Theta is on Conquest, because that's going to be bad.
New target
He's going to be
acquired.
out of the fight. I'm going up to C3 and perch in that little hole there and see if I can get shots across either kind of the way we're oriented now or over on the other side. And how have we lost someone already?
Fuel at 25%.
I used to like to hang out like right here and kind of let things develop for a minute.
Strike online.
Back in the day when you had modules and whatnot, because I would
New
always have a
target
seismic and I
acquired.
could monitor what's coming through the tunnel, if anything.
New target acquired.
That's why I don't like to commit too hard to.
New
Damn, we
target
lost another one.
acquired.
To this push right here right away. Yep, there it is. You can see the light mechs behind us because you never know
New
what's going to
target
come out of the
acquired.
tunnel.
Spotted.
That was a fantastic shot. Look at this Arctic Cheetah as well. So there's at least two behind us, probably more. I'm going to start heading back. I wish this Bloodass would not
New
head
target
back, and yeah,
acquired.
that artillery strike's going to catch me. That sucks. And there's a whole lance back here. Mostly mediums and lyso, so the Bloodass really needs to head back, because you can see them starting to push now that they have a distraction in the backfield. But this is a Griffin out here, so I don't feel bad coming back to help our Raven take out this Griffin.
Target
Need it.
destroyed. New
Oh, they
target
got the Raven. The
acquired.
Flea did. Die, Flea. Where's he going? All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna chase the Flea per se, but I am gonna move up towards like Alpha 2, because what I want to do is kind of flush him forward. We don't want
Enemy
him back
base
here
is being
behind the
captured.
Blood Asp and the rest of our assaults like this, like that. Shoot him, let him know I'm here, and hopefully flush him out to the right towards Bravo 3, Bravo 4, and just get him out of our backfield. Of course, if he runs in front of me like that, I'll definitely take the shot. And you see, our Blood Asp was actually
target
chasing a light, which is
acquired.
not good. That's also not good. They're starting to push through saddle. Maybe we can drop an artillery strike there.
Activated.
There we go. Hopefully that doesn't hit any friendlies.
New target acquired.
Excuse me. I don't think that Flea's gonna make it. We'll keep a lock on him and just keep monitoring. Yeah, there goes his legs. Oh, and there it goes. Yeah, he's a dead man. So that should bring us even 4-4.
Target destroyed.
Even though we got, I don't know, I think some of us got a little carried away. You could make the argument that I shouldn't have taken a Rifleman back, but there was a
acquired.
Griffin back there, so I don't feel too bad about it. Now let's see if we can start pulling ahead instead of just evening the odds. I'm gonna move up here with the Blood Asp, throw our weight around. We got some mediums with us. I see the UAV up there, but I think it's more important to cover the Blood Asp as he moves up into position. And too crowded, too crowded. Oop, there is a dire whale. Take that, sir. And I wish someone would get this light off of my side.
New target
And what in
acquired.
the world is going on back here? Now, how did this happen? That Atlas ought to mop this guy up. Not sure what it is. It is a cataphract. We're going to stop right here and shoot down on him. And ruin his day. And apparently he also killed our Atlas. Unbelievable. We got to go through his right torso. His right torso is about to go. Ow. Oops. Other torso, stupid. And there we go. Yep, XL. So that's a solo kill and a KMDD. We're 5-7 now. We're going to have to be careful. Unfortunately, we've already used most of our armor.
New target
We might be able to
acquired.
peek here with our high weapon mounts, maybe get some cheap shots on people like this guy. And then we'll see if we can support our assault against this enforcer. Oh, that is our assault. Sorry, man. Just trying to help you. Look out, look out. Oh,
Target
that's a bad place to
destroyed.
shut down, and he pays for it there. 6-7, still close. Get off. Go away.
Target acquired.
Ah, they got him. I was trying, man. Now I gotta be careful because I don't want to be steamrolled. Yeah, we know at the very least there's a dire wolf over there. Uh-oh.
New target acquired.
Coming around, there's a linebacker. Get out of the way, get out of the way. Ooh, there's everybody. Oh, he's shut down. Can we kill him? Can we kill him? Yep, there's the kill, but now it's 7-9. Ouch! Get off me. I don't think we're going to be able to pull this one back, but maybe we can
Center torso critical
get a bit
damage.
more damage in. I'd like to finish
Target
off... No,
acquired.
not that guy. Go away. I know there's a hurt Black Knight somewhere. I'd like to finish him off. I don't want the Shadow Cat getting behind me. We may be able to finish him off, but man, we got no armor left. Center torso's open. I don't know how this is going to work. And where's that? Nope, that's not him. I thought that was the Shadow Cat there. I'd like to find that Black Knight. And is that him? I think, maybe. Oh, there's that dire whale. Ah, I shouldn't have traded like that. That was dumb. That's the FaceTime issue we talked about. That is the Black Knight. Oh, man, but I'm... Oh, no, 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 no. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Oh, there went his side. Ah. I was trying to turn back to the left. We got his side torso off, but just didn't have enough mech left. Looks like I was the last one standing, too. 7-12. So at least it was a competitive game, and yeah, I think we did all right. 3 kills, 2 assists, 2 solo kills, 2 KMDDs, 744 points of damage, 42 points of team damage, though. Some of that was that burst I accidentally laid on our assault, but I don't know, may have been artillery as well. And yeah, even in a losing effort, the Rifleman did very well, and that was a fun game. I'm happy with how we performed, and yeah, our Light Lance, I don't know. Still, it was a good game. I enjoyed that, and I think it really showed what the Rifleman is capable of.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, 2 games in the Rifleman 8D, and I have to say that those games are pretty representative of the games that I have gotten in the Rifleman 8D since I purchased it. Now, admittedly, the sample size we're talking about is fairly small, about 24 games or so, but I've found that unless it's a 12-2 shutout or something horrible like that, this mech is a pretty solid performer, and I think that's because if you look at it objectively on paper, in all the measurable categories of a mech, firepower, armor, speed, mobility, even geometry, which we have here on MechWarrior Online, which makes a difference, where your weapons are mounted, your hard points. This thing is pretty solid. I mean, it's not great. It's not the best necessarily, but it scores pretty respectably in all those categories. And so I think its performance kind of backs that up. And as long as you play reasonably intelligently, blow yourself up or something dumb like I did, put yourself in good positions, I think you're going to find that this mech will treat you all right. So if you're like me and you had kind of forgotten about this thing since it was announced in the loyalty rewards program 2 years ago, or if you hadn't forgotten about it but just hadn't realized that yes, it's now available for MC now, particularly if you like Rifleman or you like rotary autocannons, I encourage you guys to go out, pick this thing up and give it a try, because I personally sold a mech that I just wasn't playing very often just to make room for this and pick this up, and I haven't looked back. I've enjoyed this mech. I have a ball with it. It's a great time playing this. I mean, rotary autocannons, we can debate whether or not they are effective or how effective they are, but they're a lot of fun to play either way. And so I encourage you guys, please give it a shot. I think you'll have a lot of fun. So with that, guys, I'm going to call this video a wrap. I do want to say thank you for sticking with the video. If you're still watching through the sniffles and the coughs, I tried to edit most of them out, but if some of them are still in there, I do apologize. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like or a comment down below. It's always good to hear from you all. As always, thank you all so much for watching. You take care, and we'll see you guys on the next one.